Cummins and Linde pair up in New York. Raven SR announces a new collaboration with Chart. And let's talk a little about hydrogen storage development globally. All of this on today's Hydrogen Podcast.
So the big questions in the energy industry today are, how is hydrogen the primary driving force behind the evolution of energy? Where is capital being deployed for hydrogen projects globally? And where are the best investment opportunities for early adopters who recognize the importance of hydrogen? I will address the critical issues and give you the information you need to deploy capital. Those are the questions that will unlock the potential of hydrogen, and this podcast will give you the answers. My name is Paul Rodden, and welcome to the Hydrogen Podcast.
In a press release on December 12th, Cummins to supply 35 megawatt electrolyzer system to Linde for green hydrogen production in Niagara Falls, New York. Cummins Inc. will supply a 35 megawatt proton exchange membrane electrolyzer system for Linde's new hydrogen production plant in Niagara Falls, New York. Once commissioned, Cummins' electrolyzer system will power Linde's largest green hydrogen plant in the U.S., marking significant progress in moving the green hydrogen economy forward. In a quote from Amy Davis, Vice President and President of New Power at Cummins, this project is not only a milestone for Cummins, but also for the energy transition in the U.S. Adding the 35 megawatts of this Linde plant to our electrolyzer project footprint highlights our commitment to scaling the green hydrogen economy and our ability to support large-scale renewable hydrogen production with market-leading innovation. Cummins is supplying Linde with a state-of-the-art electrolyzer system designed for easy on-site installation with the ability to scale up output as needed. At the plant, Cummins electrolyzers will be powered by hydropower, making the end product completely green or carbon-free hydrogen. An electrolyzer splits water into oxygen and hydrogen. This green hydrogen can be stored as a compressed gas or liquid and used as an energy-dense clean power source to help decarbonize a variety of hard-to-abate sectors, such as heavy-duty transportation and industrial processes. Now, Cummins has a long history of advanced technology and engineering capabilities and innovates across a broad portfolio of renewable hydrogen and zero-emissions technologies, including PEM, alkaline, and solid oxide electrolyzers. And Linde is a global leader in the production, processing, storage, and distribution of hydrogen. It's the largest liquid hydrogen capacity distribution system in the world. The company operates the world's first high-purity hydrogen storage cavern, plus pipeline networks totaling approximately 1,000 kilometers globally to reliably supply its customers. Okay, so some fun news between Cummins and Linde. Now, one of the reasons why I really do like this project is that they're using this hydropower from Niagara Falls. And so you're not going to be running into those problems like you do with solar and wind with intermittent power streams. And I also really like the moves Cummins is making into the hydrogen space. For so long, they've been known as diesel motor manufacturers. And so to make a deal of this size with a company like Linde shows real credit to the good work that Cummins is doing in the electrolyzer space. Next, in another press release on December 22nd, Raven SR and Chart Industries to collaborate on hydrogen and carbon capture storage. Raven SR, a renewable fuels company, and Chart Industries today, December 22nd, announced their agreement to collaborate globally on the liquefaction, storage, and transportation of hydrogen, as well as pure carbon dioxide produced from Raven SR's non-combustion steam CO2 reformation process of converting waste into renewable fuel. Raven SR produces transportation-grade hydrogen as well as Fischer-Tropsch synthetic fuels, including sustainable aviation fuel, using local waste as feedstock, including green waste, municipal solid waste, organic waste, and methane from municipal solid waste or stranded natural gas wells. A byproduct of this process is captured CO2, which when liquefied is a commodity used for food and beverage production, fertilizer production, and other consumer applications. In addition, CO2 can be a feedstock for concrete or alternative fuels such as e-fuels. In a quote from Matt Murdock, the CEO of Raven SR, by partnering with Chart Industries, Raven SR will be able to optimize our facility's production of clean fuels, strengthening both project deployment and regional fuel supply. He says, As we expand globally, it is essential for Raven SR to collaborate with a world leader in hydrogen and carbon dioxide storage and transportation in order to increase energy efficiency throughout the supply chain. Now, Chart Industries is a leading global engineering design and manufacturer of highly engineered equipment servicing multiple applications in the clean energy and industrial gas markets. Its unique product portfolio is used in every phase of the liquid gas supply chain, including upfront engineering, service, and repair. In a quote from Jill Ivanko, Chart's CEO and president, "We are excited to partner with Raven SR, a world leader in sustainable solutions, including waste-to-energy and transportation applications. This collaboration brings two companies together that combined can offer a robust solution set of options for renewables customers as well as further progressing our customers' CO2 reduction goals." The Raven SR technology is a non-combustion thermal chemical reductive process that converts organic waste and landfill gas to hydrogen and Fischer-Tropsch synthetic fuels. Unlike other hydrogen production technologies, its steam CO2 reformation does not require fresh water as a feedstock. The process is more efficient than conventional hydrogen production and can deliver fuel with low to negative carbon intensity. Additionally, Raven SR's goal is to generate as much of its own power on site as possible to reduce reliance on the power grid and be independent of the grid. Its modular design provides a scalable means to locally produce renewable hydrogen and synthetic liquids fuels from local waste. Okay, so more big news from our friends over at Raven SR. Now, we've followed Raven SR on this show for some time. And in that time frame, we've seen Raven SR really grow its portfolio of partnering companies and expand their reach globally. And this partnership with Chart just continues to solidify their reputation as one of the biggest up-and-coming hydrogen producers in the world. And so a very big and well-deserved congratulations to Raven SR on this collaboration. And lastly, in an article in oilprice.com, Felicity Bradstock writes, "The race to develop hydrogen storage." She writes, "Around the globe, energy companies and governments are racing to develop their hydrogen storage capacity in an attempt to boost their energy security and reduce their reliance on natural gas. As investment into the research and development of hydrogen technologies increases, several world powers are developing better storage solutions to support the rollout of hydrogen for a multitude of uses. Boosting storage capacity will allow countries to produce and store hydrogen for use much in the same way as natural gas." As part of its Clean National Hydrogen Strategy and Roadmap, the U.S. Department of Energy discusses the potential for increasing hydrogen storage. It considers the alternative approaches to hydrogen storage to decide on the optimal option for long-term storage. Hydrogen can be kept in a number of different ways, either in gaseous or liquid vessels, in underground formations, or in materials such as hydrogen carriers. Depending on how the hydrogen will be used, each of these options can be appropriate. There are already commercial tanks and liquid dewars being used in the U.S., mainly on energy sites and fueling stations. As huge quantities of liquid hydrogen are used in aerospace, the Kennedy Space Center in Florida is home to a storage vessel for 1.25 million gallons of liquid hydrogen. Underground caverns are also used to store hydrogen for use in the petrochemical industry, with 3 large-scale geological hydrogen storage caverns in the U.S. at present. Most of these caverns are excavated in salt deposits near areas intended for hydrogen use. The Department of Energy roadmap identifies some of the regions in the U.S. most suitable for greater cavern storage development, both for hydrogen and for carbon from carbon capture and storage operations. The DOE highlights hydrogen storage as key for advancement of hydrogen and fuel cell technologies for stationary power, portable power, and transportation. Due to its low ambient temperature density, hydrogen has a low energy per unit volume and requires specialist forms of storage. Tanks used to keep hydrogen gas must sustain a high pressure of between 350 and 700 bars, and liquid hydrogen needs to be stored at cryogenic temperatures, as it has a boiling point of minus 252.8 degrees Celsius. The U.S. Hydrogen and Fuel Cell Technologies Office aims to develop hydrogen storage options to meet the DOE hydrogen storage targets for onboard light-duty vehicles, material handling equipment, and portable power applications. In the UK, the energy company SSE started work this month on the excavation of an underground cavern in East Yorkshire to store hydrogen for use when urgently needed. The project includes a 35 megawatt electrolyzer to produce green hydrogen that will be stored in the giant cavern. The hydrogen can be used to fire a turbine to supply power to the grid during times of peak demand. SSE hopes the Pathfinder project, which is expected to cost over $120 million, will offer a blueprint for larger-scale hydrogen storage projects in the future. It expects the project to be operational by 2025. Siemens Energy will be carrying out the project's design and engineering work. SSE has even bigger long-term plans, having partnered with Norwegian energy firm Equinor to develop the Keadby Hydrogen Power Station on the same site for 2028. It's expected to be the world's first big 100% hydrogen-fired power station. The firm hopes to attract government funding for its low-carbon hydrogen operations. As the UK faces record low temperatures and soaring energy prices, with fears of gas shortages, SSE is offering an alternative to renewable energy that it expects will one day take the place of natural gas. The slow development of the green hydrogen sector is mainly due to the high costs incurred with the setup of operations. However, government funding for these types of projects could help technologies advance more quickly and become cheaper to roll out on a bigger scale. The European Union is also developing its hydrogen storage plans. It sees hydrogen storage as a key to supplying renewable energy to power grids as needed. As hydrogen can be stored in large quantities over long periods of time, it offers a greater energy security in the transition to green. It can help make energy systems more flexible, balancing supply and demand. This is an issue that plagues the green energy industry, as solar and wind projects often fail to provide energy during peak hours of demand. New hydrogen storage facilities, as well as the expansion of the region's battery storage capacity, could help boost reliable, renewable energy provision. As investment in hydrogen technology and production continues to increase worldwide, companies are shifting their focus to hydrogen storage as means to make the energy supply from the renewable energy sector more reliable. This could support a more rapid transition away from hydrocarbons, as well as boost energy security around the globe. Okay, so a great overview on global hydrogen storage. Now, when it comes to the hydrogen ecosystem, storage really goes along with transportation, and really is just as important in the hydrogen ecosystem as midstream operations in the three-stream oil and gas industry. Now, I know Linde is very hard at work developing salt domes for hydrogen storage. And so if anyone can really crack salt dome storage for hydrogen, it's going to be Linde. And there are also several new technologies on the horizon that aren't quite to market yet for hydrogen storage, such as cryocompression or in-ground tank storage, both of which have the opportunity to be revolutionary for transportation and storage of hydrogen. All right, that's it for me, everyone. If you have a second, I would really appreciate it if you could leave a good review on whatever platform it is that you listen to. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, YouTube, whatever it is. That would be a tremendous help to the show. And as always, if you ever have any feedback, you're welcome to email me directly at info@thehydrogenpodcast.com. And as always, take care, stay safe, I'll talk to you later.
Hey, this is Paul. I hope you liked this podcast. If you did and want to hear more, I'd appreciate it if you would either subscribe to this channel on YouTube or connect with your favorite platform through my website at www.thehydrogenpodcast.com. Thanks for listening. I very much appreciate it. Have a great day.